We have a really good case study for branding a destination, and hopefully you'll all experience it this week while you're here. I want to show you a trailer here in a second. It's the documentary that we produced last year. It's called For the Love of Music, The Story of Nashville. And I'm going to show it to you, then I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Let's roll that.
All right.
If you're passionate enough about what you do, if you're good enough at what you do, all your dreams can come true in this town.
No matter what kind of music you make, there's a place for you here that you're gonna be liked and loved.
That's what put Nashville ahead of other places. It was heart and soul.
They started making music, and hits started coming.
Everything else grew up here because the Grand Ole Opry was the trunk of the tree, it was the foundation, and the recording studios came here, the entertainers came here, the songwriters came here.
And it was like, wow, you know, we just got to the land of Oz.
There was the perception that it was only country music, it's a closed door, and man, that couldn't be further from the truth.
But you can't get that many talented people in one area and expect the genres not to grow.
There really are no parameters, you know, there are no walls. You can do whatever you want to do in Nashville.
One night we had Megadeth, Big and Rich, Mariah Carey, and DMC from Run DMC. That's special.
I feel like I'm not as cool as a lot of the kids walking around here.
It's really gaining a lot of momentum recently.
The town has this energy. There's this thing there that I think is magical.
There's been this massive convergence of musicians from all around the world.
Music City is now truly Music City.
Thank you. I feel like I'm telling you the end of the movie before it starts. I'm going to tell you the story of how we got to where we are today. And it did not happen overnight, trust me. It took a lot of people and a lot of years to get to that place. And it's, you know, I'm sure as destination marketers, many of you are thinking, well, it's easy. You have music, and that makes your brand easy. And in one way it does. And in one way, it makes it harder that you already have something. And that's where we started from. We had a brand. It was known as Country Music USA. And that was good, and it was good for us for many years. But then when you want to start attracting other audiences, wider, broader target markets, it's limiting. I mean, people, I don't like country music. I can't tell you how many convention meeting planners we'd bring in, and they'll say, I don't like country music. We'd take them to a Keith Urban concert. Well, I like that. I'm like, well, that's country. So we had to tell the story of everything else that was here because it was here. And it started here, but people just didn't realize it. So I'm going to back up. Actually, I'm going to back up to 17 years ago when I started. I came here in tourism marketing, and 2 months after I got here, our biggest family attraction, we were known as a family destination and a destination for seniors because of the Grand Ole Opry. The family destination because of the Opryland theme park. Biggest family destination in this part of the region. It closed 2 months after I got here. I called our president. I said, did you know something I didn't know? Because my job just got a whole lot harder. And it was kind of a surprise that they closed it. When they closed it, not only did it take away our family attraction, biggest attraction, but it also took away advertising dollars. Half of our budget was taken away because we had a deal with Opryland that they would advertise within the region, 250, 300-mile radius. They would do all the advertising, and the CVB would do everything nationally. So that took away half of our budget. So not only did we not have the money to advertise what we didn't have, we had our challenges. So it took us several years get our arms around it. You know, we had other attractions, we had other things, but what would we really promote? So fast forward 5 years from that, which is 12 years ago, we decided to embark on a strategic planning process. And we brought in about 150 members of the community. And we said, okay, let's do these working groups. And we had, one track was the new convention center, which we now have. If you haven't seen it, it's right over there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Opened last year. You have to check it out. The name's Music City Center. How about that? So we go through this whole process of strategic planning. One track is branding. And that was at the time that people were kind of like, branding? What's branding? It's a buzzword. You know, how do you wrap your brain around it? So we got a smaller group out of the 150, about 25, 30 people. And we said, okay, we're just focusing on branding. We have a guy from an ad agency that's going to chair this committee. And we're going to get in a room for months, and we're going to battle it out. Is our brand music? Is it not music? Is it country music? Is it healthcare, which a lot of people thought it was? That's exciting, isn't it? Healthcare. Is it Athens of the South because we have so many universities here? Is it the arts? You know, what is it? And we had battles, we had fights, we had arguments, we had, no, it's country music. We had everything. The country music people, though, were the ones saying, no, it's more than just country music. So we kind of went round and round and round. And what we finally got to is it's music. Our brand is music. We said it's not a slogan. It's not a logo, not an ad campaign. You guys know, you have those people on your committees, you have chairmen of your board, and they're like, oh, I've got this tagline. That's our brand. You're like, that's not your brand. That's a tagline. And we've all had them. I've had the guys, when my previous job, I won't slam them, but they said, I'd had some, oh, you know that logo we did in 1978, that Billy Bob did, that's the best logo we've ever had. We need to go back to that. That's our brand. You're like, no, don't make me. So we said, our brand is music. Our brand name is Music City. Not country music, not Music City, USA, Music City. Let me go back to this. Then the hard part came. We followed a book called The Brand Mindset. And if you're going through this process and you're interested, we didn't follow it page by page, and not even everything that he kind of laid out. But we did take bits and pieces, and it was very helpful. And it's a book written by Dwayne Knapp. And he said, write your brand promise. So we spent a lot of time. We probably spent more time on this than we did anything, our brand promise. The most important words in that brand promise to us are authentic, unique, friendly, and unpretentious. And hopefully that's what you'll find when you're here. Actually, Nashville was just named by Travel + Leisure magazine 2 days ago for, I don't even know how many times now, or now #1 friendliest city in the country. So hopefully we're sticking to our brand promise. Then we wrote our brand story. And this is really, really important. You have to write your story. What is your story? Where did you come from? How did it start? Because it has to be real. It has to be authentic. And your brand has to be something that you are and that you can deliver on, but also something that you aspire to. When we first started, we had a lot of live music. We didn't have as much live music as we do today because we wanted more. And we made sure that we got more. So you have to think of it like that. What will the visitors believe? What can we deliver? That was huge for us. We didn't want to be, Disney World or any other destination. We wanted to be Nashville, wanted to be what we were. So we put together a brand blueprint. I'm going to try to fly through this fast because I know I don't have that much time. They're going to start giving me the signal before long. We put together a brand blueprint. So we wrote our brand promise, our brand story, and we put together a brand blueprint. And we made them in these cute little record label boxes, and we've invited businesses to come in, and we said, okay, this is it, putting a stake in the ground. We are Music City. Not Music City, USA, not country music, not arts, not healthcare, not Athens of the South. We are Music City. Here's your catalog of what you can do, and here's the information of what we are going to do, we the CVB, and we the city. And we got our city on board, And it was really, really important to get the city on board. And we did everything from, first point of contact, on-hold messages, music in the airports. Hopefully you saw some of that. Music in the airports, recording. We still record messages all the time for the airport. And then you'll start seeing these live music venue signs around. And when we were going through this committee and this working group, we realized that we don't look at ourselves through the eyes of a visitor. We look at ourselves through marketers, which should be through the eyes of the visitor, but sometimes you forget. So we got in taxis. We came from the airport. We rode around and we said, where's the music? How do we find it? I'm, from Canada. I have no idea how to get around or how to find the music here. So what do we need to do? So we put together this program, put these signs up everywhere that had live music at least 4 days a week. And then we had a map. Then we had a website. Then we got really clever, and we have an app. So the app, you need to download it. It's free. You need it while you're here. You don't have a lot of free time, but you're going to have time after the party tomorrow night, and when you stay the weekend, because you're not going to go home. So download the app. It's like Nashville Live Music Guide. It'll tell you where the music is, 7 to 14 days, all the clubs, who's playing. So that helped us kind of realize, when we were going around the taxis, we were like, all right, we have great music, but it's in little pods all over the city, little neighborhoods, and it's hard for our visitors to find. So that's why we did this program initially. We wrapped our visitor center. You were in there last night if you came in. That was our visitor center. Doesn't look like a visitor center at nighttime with cocktail party going on, but during the day it's a visitor center. It has live music in there. All our merchandise has some kind of music theme. Hopefully you picked up on that. And it's right there in the center of town. We worked out a lease for Sirius XM studios. They have 8 studios. 8 channels are run out of the studios above us in our visitor center. We share a little theater. If y'all weren't such a big group, we'd have the event there tonight, but you're too big for that, so we're going to a bigger place. But we are doing a live-to-tape radio show tonight, so you'll get to experience our show firsthand, which is called Music City Connection, Heroes Behind the Hits. And it's all songwriters, and that's what Nashville is known for, the largest songwriting community in the world. And if you haven't experienced it, oh my gosh, you are going to love it. They talk about the songs while they wrote them, and it's always something that you don't expect. So you're really enjoy that tonight. We made sure our website reflected the Music City brand. We have our own radio station. It's called Highway 65. Our advertising reflects it. And to me, this goes back to our brand promise probably as much as anything. Everything we do, we always go back to that. Are we authentic? Are we unique? Are we unpretentious? And we have recently done an ad campaign and a marketing program with Bon Appetit, because Nashville pretentious and are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Campaign and a marketing program with Bon Appetit, because Nashville pretentious and are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Campaign and a marketing program with Bon Appetit, because Nashville pretentious and are we unique? Are we unpretentious? With Bon Appetit, pretentious and with Bon Appetit, are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Pretentious and with Bon Appetit, are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Pretentious and with Bon Appetit. Are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Pretentious and with Bon Appetit. Are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Pretentious and are we unique? Are we unpretentious? Are we unique? Are we unpretentious?